News 8 at 6 starts now.
Well, the city of Beech Grove is awarded a $17 million federal grant to make improvements to Emerson Avenue. Thank you for joining us at 6 o'clock. I'm Phil Sanchez.
And I'm Gina Galeros. These improvements will take place between Victory Drive and Main Street. News 8's Jaden Reeves spoke with officials about what improvements neighbors can expect.
I'm right off Emerson Avenue, and here behind me is one of the few dangerous intersections in Beech Grove that will undergo some major improvements in the coming years.
The fact that we will be able to knock out that whole corridor in one project, something that if we had to do on our own, it would take us years and years and years and many, many projects.
The grant was awarded through the U.S. Department of Transportation's Safe Streets and Roads for All program. Key improvements include converting 4 intersections into roundabouts, adding raised medians, connecting trails to downtown Main Street, and widening sidewalks to meet ADA standards.
We've kind of witnessed high school students crossing the road, things of that nature. Illegal U-turns, right-angle collisions, and then allowing for better in and out access from some of the side roads. It's really difficult to cross 4, 5, 6 lanes turning left.
Between 2018 and 2022, there was 1 fatal crash and 32 serious injuries that occurred along this stretch of the road.
The federal government saw, okay, this is a very dangerous corridor. We're excited about it. It's a little daunting. It's a huge project.
Beech Grove is the only city in the state of Indiana to receive a grant.
Put together an application, kind of didn't expect that we would get it, but yeah, it was awesome news that the city was awarded the grant.
The mayor says that the project will ultimately represent a total investment of $21.35 million, including a 20% match from the city.
It should be, so now we got to start finalizing the details. Once you get the money, that's a very difficult thing to do because it is very competitive. But now we've got to start figuring out again timelines, processes, detours, all those details that will make up the entire project.
Construction for the project is expected to begin in 2030. Reporting in Indianapolis, I'm Jaden Reeves for Wish TV and WishTV.com.
Jaden, thank you. A group of protesters gathered outside of Citizens Energy ahead of a committee meeting this morning. They're asking for more information about a pipeline project coming to neighborhoods near Eagle Creek Park on the northwest side of town. News 8's Hernan Gutierrez reports on their concerns.
About 24 people braved the cold Monday morning to protest outside the Citizens Energy building in downtown Indianapolis. They're trying to bring attention to a plan that would bring water from the Eagle Creek Reservoir to the Leap District in Lebanon. That's where Lilly is planning to make a new drug-making facility.
Some neighbors of Eagle Creek, like Rachel Wolverton, are worried about what taking water from the reservoir will do to their water supply. She says many in the area rely on wells.
This will affect their water, and water is a basic right that we have, and so this is just really concerning that this has been done behind closed doors.
According to Citizens Energy, customers will not see rate increases because of the project. The company also says the reservoir at Eagle Creek can handle the increase in usage. Conservation activist Colleen Curtin says she isn't convinced there won't be impacts to wildlife.
It's also the cleanliness of the water for all kinds of creatures that live in Eagle Creek, in the creek, but also in the reservoir. And we just want to make sure that there's transparency in the process.
Citizens Energy is encouraging residents to speak out and learn more about the project.
Even engagement like this is terrific.
The utility signed and approved the deal to supply water to the Leap District back in 2023. Spokesperson Ben Easley says much of the information about the pipeline is already available online.
Our commitment is up to 25 million gallons per day, and a small portion of that will come from Eagle Creek Reservoir, or at least we are upsizing Eagle Creek Reservoir's capacity to take in water as a part of the other water resources that are being expanded.
Homeowners in the area say Citizens Energy has approached them to buy the right to build a pipeline through their properties. The company hasn't ruled out eminent domain as a way to get access to the land.
I'm here today to represent my children and our clean drinking water, the water that I bathe them in. I live across the street from Citizens, and all of this just affects our entire neighborhood.
Citizens Energy is planning to meet with neighbors in the Eagle Creek area on January 26th at 6 in the evening to answer questions about the project. Now, activists and organizers with the Sierra Club tell me that they are still trying to secure a location for that meeting. Reporting downtown, I'm Hernan Gutierrez for Wish TV and WishTV.com.
Senator Jim Banks is renewing his call to replace the Rowdebush VA Medical Center. His comments came at an event promoting veterans-related legislation at the State House. The current facility opened in 1952. Banks says that he's working with both the Braun and Trump administrations to build a new one.
We have to make it a priority. We have to make it a top priority. Our veterans deserve world-class facilities, and I'm going to fight to make sure that in Indiana they get them when we replace this old hospital with a brand new hospital to serve our veterans in Indiana.
Now, the current facility serves about 70,000 veterans and their families each year. Banks' office says the replacement would cost about $2 billion.
Wish TV is your education station. Parents and teachers are urging state lawmakers not to create an appointed board to oversee Indianapolis public schools.
That's right. Lawmakers are considering legislation to implement the recommendations of the Indianapolis Local Education Alliance. News 8's government reporter Garrett Berquist spent the day listening to the testimony on the bill. Garrett.
That proposal for an appointed board drove much of the testimony on the bill. Parents call it an accountability issue. The bill would create the Indianapolis Public Education Corporation. It would have a 9-member board. The mayor would appoint all of them. The corporation would create a unified system for student transportation, property management, and school performance metrics. It would apply to both traditional public schools and charter schools within the IPS boundaries. The current IPS and charter school boards would continue to manage day-to-day operations.
If they raise my property taxes, I can't vote them out. I can only hope the mayor replaces them. This violates a fundamental democratic principle: no taxation without representation.
This is a mayor who has already been investigated for multiple scandals. Why would we allow this one person to have such a heavy hand in controlling our school district?
The bill's supporters say it fixes transportation disparities between traditional public and charter schools. All participating schools would have to provide student transportation.
Transportation became the barrier that stood between my daughter and her education needs. As a parent, I was forced to choose between keeping my daughter in the school that she struggled or pursuing a better option.
We have students whose parents want them in school every single day, but simply cannot get them there. Their families live too far to walk, and the nearest bus stop could be up to 3 miles away. The route isn't always safe. They're missing sidewalks, dangerous intersections.
Lacey and Watson say the bill would solve that problem. Opponents of the bill suggest making the corporation board elected or allowing the elected IPS board to appoint a majority of its members rather than the mayor. The House Education Committee did not vote on the bill today. The earliest that could happen would be next week. At the State House, I'm Garrett Bergquist for Wish TV and WishTV.com.
In other news tonight, the Marion County Coroner's Office has identified the 2-year-old killed in a weekend house fire on the city's south side. Firefighters responded to a home on Finley Avenue where heavy flames were coming from the front of the house. They say 2 adults, 2 children, and a dog were already outside. But the family told crews a child was still trapped on the 2nd floor. Firefighters rescued Isaiah Howell Jr. and took him to a hospital where he later died. Investigators say the fire was accidental, possibly caused by electrical issues.